Hello and welcome back to the Reely Trivia Showdown. My name is Chris Anthony Lopez, and I am the personality of this whole shebang, but I'm not here for me, and neither is my co-host. He is the self-proclaimed mouth of the South and one part of the Ultimate Schmodown show you can catch on YouTube. Go ahead and check that out. Colin Morris. What's going on, Colin?
What's up, bud? How's it going? And now also the host of We Have the High Ground. Check that out on the Pop Culture Universe. The only place you need to be checking out Mandalorian reviews every Friday.
Well,
with the great Boggs.
Yes, of course. But I mean, we're not here to talk about Mando. We're not here to talk about Schmodown. We're here to talk about some showdown, some really trivia showdown, as we are here today for our third, and I count it 1, 2, 3, our third title match in the history of the RTS. Now, Colin, you're relatively new to the scene here at Who Are They Real Entertainment. So, by the way, a belated welcome to what we got going on over here. But this will be Matt the Master Thomas's second title defense, and he's facing off against someone who has yet to be taken down in the RTS. So we have two undefeated competitors going up head-to-head in Matt the Master Thomas, the champion of the RTS, against Mike the Wizard Wentz, a hot commodity. He's taken down demons. He's taken down people who are known as ragers. He's taken down mystery men. But now he's here facing off against the Master. Colin, what do you think of this match, and what are we looking forward to?
Well, see, usually when you come into matches like this, when you're talking about a championship match, you're usually looking about, you're looking at people who have been on different roads. These two seem to be on the same road, and it's nice and smooth. There's no gravel. It's nicely fresh paved every time they step up to the plate. So throw out everything you want to say about this and that, every thing you have coming into this. It doesn't matter. This is a championship match. These are two dudes who want to show up and want to give it their all, and they do give it their all because they haven't lost. And obviously their all is good enough to get them to this point, and I can't wait to see these two guys lay it all out on the line tonight.
I've been anticipating this match ever since it was announced. Ever since we knew it was going to be the Wizard against the Master, I've been thinking to myself, this is by far, and this is someone who's played the Master twice. And I think by far this is Matt's hardest challenge, his most difficult challenge. I got to talk to him, man, a couple days ago, and he did say he's going a little extra hard with the study because he knows Mike Wentz is an animal. He's almost still a question mark. I said he brought down a mystery man, but to me, Mike Wentz is another mystery in the RTS. We still don't know what he's capable of. We don't know where his limits are. We don't know where he can be stopped. And we're going to see if Matt can do it here today. But before we do that, I just want to say to everyone, we've gotten this far in the RTS. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for staying with the league. This was something that we tried in June just amongst us here at Who Are They, but now we're extending it to our other friends in the film space. That's why we have people like Colin. That's why we have people like Mike Wentz, who is now, he's taken the league by storm, and I'm so glad I have not been in the crosshairs of Mike Wentz yet, Mike. But we'll talk about that later. But, I'm tired of killing time. I can sit here all day and talk about both these guys and talk about their movie trivia-ness, their movie knowledge. But I think it's time to introduce them. And I'm going to go ahead and try my best. But it's time to showdown, baby. Let's start with the challenger. Residing from his seasonal residence in San Francisco, California, he is the undefeated Wizard of the Reely Trivia Showdown, Mike Wentz.
Well, thank you so much for that intro. I am really excited here for this championship, and I know somebody has to be a loser. Somebody has to have, their undefeated streak come to the end, and it could very well be me. I don't know. It's for me personally, it's been a really long day on a film set, but I'm ready. And let's do this. And I think Matt is, obviously the mastermind of all this podcast network of everything. So, to have the opportunity to face him is an honor, honestly. And, I know he clutches his belt with pride. So I wouldn't mind taking it from his clutches a little bit, but I know I got an uphill battle to climb.
Well, Mike, you've been running rampant through this league, and I can't help but acknowledge that not only are you living in color, but you're a cult of personality in this whole RTS, and really just been running wild on me, brother. So I want to ask, this one question before we bring in Matt?
Sure.
What is something you've noticed in Matt's previous outings that you're trying to at least maybe not capitalize on, but you took note of, at least in regards going into this match for the title?
Well, I mean, I think he just has a deep knowledge in all aspects. So, I mean, there's really not, in my mind, there's really not a weak link in his game. So, this is just, obviously I'm nervous, but I'm also excited. I mean, and I hope everybody else is out there is excited. So, I'm not one to kind of mince a lot of words. I think, he's a worthy opponent, and, if he whips my ass, he whips my ass. It is what it is.
And man, I respect the optimism. Don't knock yourself out too early, Mike. Let's see how the game goes first. But let's bring in the champ of the RTS. Let's go ahead and do that real fast. Bang.
The champ is here.
Introducing second.
The champ is here.
He is the co-founder of Who Are They Real Entertainment. Is the reigning, defending, undisputed, undefeated champion of the Reely Trivia Showdown. He is the master, Matt Thomas.
What's up, guys? Honestly, I'm excited for this match. No one has even come close to making me fear about losing this belt as I have with Mike Wendt. Mike is a fierce competitor. Mike might as well be our equivalent to big time Ethan Irwin, because Chris, as you've seen, he's a killer. He barely misses, and he just knows his stuff automatically. So what can you do? If there's anyone I'm okay with losing this belt to, the only person right now is probably Mike, because he's shown he deserves it. So without further ado, I'm just ready to get started. I'm ready to go. I'm hyped.
Well, hold your horses, Matt. Before we start the match, Colin, you've had the opportunity to call a match with Matt, and yeah, we've done Who Are They? Spin from the Reel, a Schmodown reaction show, which you can catch every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Who Are They Real Entertainment's YouTube channel. Go ahead and check that out. But Colin, Matt's just eager to go, but I'm not gonna let my man off easy like that. He's been out of the game for a little bit. Last time he played was against me, and he may be as dusty as his shelf behind him. So, is there anything you'd like to ask the champ?
You a little dusty?
No, I study every week. Every Schmodown match I'm playing along with.
Yeah, that's nice. But you dusty?
Nah.
All right. Well, kick that dirt off your shoulder I saw a second ago. And let's get down and showdown. Let's go, baby.
Well, before we begin, let's go ahead and check out some general rules, just so everybody knows what's going on.
General rules. Competitors will be given 3 repeats per match. Competitors will be given 1 challenge per match. If they use their challenge and win the subsequent ruling, they get to keep their challenge to use again. If they use the subsequent ruling, they lose their challenge for the rest of the match.
Well, thank you, Disembodied Voice. I'm so glad you can clear that out for us. But we have some first round rules as well. So can you go ahead and repeat those for me?
Round 1 official rules. 8 questions in random categories are given to all competitors. Competitors have 15 seconds to write their answer down. Answers must be said aloud when revealing response, and all questions are worth 1 point. A perfect round triggers a 1-point bonus question.
Well, you just love to see it, don't you? Well, Colin, are you ready to do this match, brother?
Oh, my man. I've been waiting all day for this. Let's do it.
I've been waiting the last 4 hours. At least I think it's when I found out I was doing this match. Mike, the challenger, are you ready?
I'm ready.
The master, Matt Thomas, are you ready?
Let's go.
Well, without further ado, let's get ready to showdown. Oh yeah, round one, edit, baby. So, Colin, would you like to go ahead and read off the first question for all the two competitors here in round one?
Absolutely. Question number 1, round 1, in the category of sports. Who plays Robert Balboa Jr., Rocky's only son, in the Rocky franchise? What's your favorite film in the Rocky franchise, Chris?
Oh, geez. I mean, I may have a little bit of a recency bias.
Creed counts. Creed's the answer.
Yeah, Creed's the jam. I mean, I love the first Rocky as well. Rocky 4 is awesome too.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we'll throw it over to the wizard.
Milo Villamentia.
That is correct. Over to the master.
Milo Ventimiglia.
Yes,
Take
also
my
would have
pick.
accepted one of the guys from Heroes. Both
I've also
competitors getting the first question right. On to question number 2. Are you
Yeah.
going to take it? You want me to take it?
Yeah, I'll go. We'll go ahead and trade up. We'll go ahead and trade up. But
Well,
let's not
switch it.
disrespect
Let's
that
go.
too. Yeah, we'll switch it. We'll switch it. Starting with your second question in the category of Disney films. At the beginning of the 1996 film James and the Giant Peach, what gobbles up James's parents? James, do you like peaches?
I love peaches. I am from the South. Peaches are, big. We love peaches.
Word.
Yeah. But James and the Giant Peach kind of freaked me out as a kid. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah,
It was
terrifying.
just a terrifying movie for a child. I mean, I was 2 years old when it came out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll kick it over to the master.
A worm?
That is
Incorrect.
incorrect.
All right.
The wizard, what do you got?
A snake.
That is
That is
also
also-
incorrect. Chris?
We're looking for rhino, a rhinoceros,
That's what it was. I couldn't remember.
a rhinoceros. Yeah,
I could see all the effects around it, but not the actual animal.
Yeah, the horniest of the African animals. But please, Colin, can you go ahead with question?
No, giraffes have 2 very tiny horns. That's all I'm going to say.
But
Okay.
it's the one big horn that counts. Doesn't matter how many horns you got. It's how you use the one. So go ahead.
That's true. That's true. In the category of the DCEU, in 2016's Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice, who plays Wallace Keefe, an amputee employee of Wayne Enterprises who is crippled during the destruction of Metropolis and holds Superman responsible? I will say the extended version of this movie is quite enjoyable.
I like it more than the theatrical cut. Does it make it great? No. Does it make it better?
Yes.
It makes
Yes,
it
it
good.
Is it as watchable as Thor: The Dark World? Absolutely.
It's more watchable.
It is more watchable. And 5,
I was not ready for that. comment.
4,
Oh wow.
3, 2, 1. Kicking it over to the wizard.
I know this is totally wrong. I'm just saying. Shit. Sorry. Sad Ben Affleck.
Unfortunately,
No.
as much as I would love to see it, that's incorrect.
Kick it over to the master. What you got?
Scoot McNairy.
That is correct. The master takes his first
Great
lead
name.
of the game.
One of the better names in Hollywood, as far as I'm concerned. Scoot McNairy? Come on now.
Catch him out on
question-
*Halt and Catch Fire* too, if you haven't watched that. Great show on AMC.
So, you're out here giving some recommendations as well. So question number 4 in round 1 is in the category of the Coen brothers. So what is the name of Frances McDormand's character in Fargo? First name's fine. Just give me a first name. That's all I need. Frances McDormand. You know, Freddie McD. You know, like Frank McDonald's.
I'm just gonna let you keep digging this hole.
Fran Fran Drescher.
You got don't dig them holes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The master.
I don't got it.
Word.
The wizard.
Marge Gunderson.
That's
I'll
it.
take a full name. I'll take a full name, Mike.
Full
Thank
name is
you so
correct.
much. That's a tie game, brother. That's a tie 2-2. Got a little two-ski. Go ahead, Colin. Question 5.
In the film Sonic the Hedgehog.
What's the category?
Oh, sorry. Excuse me. In the category of new releases. This is not an animated Sonic the Hedgehog question. In the film Sonic the Hedgehog, who voices Sonic the Hedgehog?
This was the second to last movie I saw at the theater.
I
Before
still
the
haven't
World-
seen this movie. I really want to see this movie. I
recommend
enjoy
it.
most of the people in this movie.
Are you a fan of Sonic?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I think you like this then.
Bling 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 bling.
Keep your eyes
All
open.
right.
Keep your eyes open, too.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Throw it to the wizard.
Ben Schwartz.
That is correct. The master.
Ben Schwartz.
That is absolutely correct.
Yeah, Matt, although you're the champ, you're still the worst.
Absolutely the worst.
Category number 6 is in the category, it's in the question number 6 in the category of Adam Sandler. Adam Sandler. You know who I'm talking about.
Sand handler.
There you go, the Sandman. The question is, what is the name of the feature film from 2002 that is directed by Paul Thomas Anderson and stars Adam Sandler as the lead? Andy Sandman.
Who regrets this link up the most in 2020? Is it Adam Sandler because people expect too much, or is it Paul Thomas Anderson because they're like, why? Have you seen the Halloween thing he made?
I saw Hubie Halloween, and I have a lot of thoughts. And
Hubie Halloween's the shit.
It is shit for sure.
No,
5,
it's not shit.
4, 3, 2, and uno. Go ahead and master. Give me an answer.
Punch Drunk Love.
I'll take it. Mike went.
So I don't know why I can't. Punch Drunk Love.
I'll take that as well. Thank you so much. Got a little 4-4 ski. Little 4-4 ski. Go ahead, Colin. Give me the next one.
Question number 7 in the category of famous actors and actresses. What was the first feature film of David Lynch to star Kyle MacLachlan? MacLachlan. Excuse me. I've always
the Kraken. The Kraken's
Kraken and MacLachlan. You know.
Yeah. So Kyle MacLachlan. I think the first time I really got to see him in something, as weird as it sounds, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh, for me, it was How I Met Your Mother when he played the captain.
It wasn't the Flintstones?
Oh no, it was the Flintstones.
It was the Flintstones.
But it was recognizing him and seeing him.
I didn't know he was Kyle MacLachlan. I just thought
and 5.
The guy next to Halle Berry.
3, 2, 1. Throw it over to the master.
Master, please. Master.
Dune.
That is correct.
That's correct. It is Duneski.
The wizard.
Dune.
I'll take a Duneski. Got a
Duneski,
$5.
Dune.
That's that's out of Showgirls and the Flintstones. That's the other Kyle MacLachlan on my note, and it's Tom, so I had to guess it was Dune.
Yeah, shout out to Showgirls. Shout out to Showgirls.
Blue Velvet.
There you go. Another classic. And your last question. There's no perfect round ski, so we not have a 9th question. So your last question and round numero uno is in the category of family films. We all got to fam in some way, shape, or form. So in 1989's Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, what item activates the machine that shrunk the kids? What shrunk the kids?
There used to be at Disney World in Hollywood Studios an area that you could go to that would make you feel like everything was shrunk. And there you were shrunk and you were in like the backyard. Oh, that was the best. You were like running around like grass. It was just, and it was made out of that foam that like the crappy mall like play areas were made out of. Oh, it was the best.
Totally. Yeah.
4, 3, 2, 1. Crunch. The wizard.
Go ahead, Mike.
Baseball.
That
I'll
is
take a
correct.
baseball. I'll take a baseball.
Baseball.
That is
I'll take a
correct.
baseball. Hell yeah, brother. 660 going into round 2 for. Hell yeah, Colin. What a kick-ass round to start this championship match. 5-rounder, brother.
What more do you want other than a? I mean, come on. This is it. This is it. As soon as there was blue skies for the master, the wizard came in, took that space backpack.
I was
This is
impressed by that
definitely
Fargo poll, Mike. I was impressed. But before we do the little wheel ski, I'm going to need my round 2 rules, brother.
Round 2 official rules. Each competitor spins the category wheel. Can respin the wheel once, unless wheel lands on opponent's choice. Competitor will get 4 questions from chosen category. Questions are worth 2 points or 1 point if multiple choice is chosen. Opponents may steal if competitor gives incorrect answer.
I love that every time the disembodied voice gives us round 2 rules, he stumbles over the same part every single time. Just that one sentence gets him every single time. But because the game is tied, the choice of wheel spin first will go to the master, Matt Thomas. So, Matt, I beg the question. Would you like to go first, or would you like Mike to go first?
I'm going to go first.
Okay. What a different change of events. So go ahead and give us a little wind spiels. We'll spin. Spiel. I'm just going to stop talking. Nice little wheelie. Got a lot of great categories on here. It's almost as if I'm playing. You're going to get the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
I'll take it.
You're going to keep the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Colin, would you like to give Matt his questions first?
Oh, you know I would, and I just like to let Matt know before I read these questions that I got every one of these right when I read them. No pressure for our impending IG duel that will someday occur in the MCU. Question number 1: in Spider-Man: Far From Home, where does the water elemental attack? We're looking for the city and the country.
Venice, Italy.
That is correct. 2 points going over to the master. Question number 2. Nick Fury's pager was connected to who?
Captain
At the
Marvel.
end credits of Avengers Infinity War. Does not let me finish. It is correct. Captain Marvel. That is
For everyone at home, I would appreciate if the competitors let the person finish the question and then answer
brought me
the
here to do a
question.
job, and he won't even let me do my job.
You get it. You know the answer. Hold your damn horses.
Okay.
Please, by all means, continue, Colin.
Who plays the Hulk in 2008's The Incredible Hulk?
That would be Edward Norton.
That is correct.
That would be correct. And please, last
What
question.
country is Wanda Maximoff from?
Sarkovia.
We cannot
That
accept
is incorrect.
Sarkovia. Mike, actually, Colin, repeat the question for Mike, please.
Repeat the question is, what country is Wanda Maximoff from?
Russia?
I added that R.
Yeah.
Sarkovia.
That is
tripped up-
correct.
I tripped up on
Sokovia
it.
is correct. There's
I
2
tripped
lost
up on
points
it.
for the champ, but did not get them stolen. So, skirts by there. Your last question.
Well, no. Keep the last one.
Oh,
For a
excuse
high-
me.
for- yes,
Pardon.
So you're good. So we're
Pardon.
done.
Pardon.
We're done with the master out here. So we're going to go to the wizard, if we can pull that wheel up one more time. Matt did get 6 points out of that. So the score currently, as we sit, is 12-6 in favor of the master. Mike, this is your first spin for your round 2. MCU is off the board. So, Mike, I'm sorry, you cannot get any more MCU questions.
That's okay.
Plus, we only have so many. Even if you wanted to, or even I wanted to, I couldn't do it for you. Animated movies.
Spin again.
We're going to spin one more time from animated movies.
He knew. No. That is not for me.
I love me some animated flicks, but the wizard does not. So we're going to give him some Star Wars.
Ooh.
We're going to give him some Star Wars questions. Mike Wentz, are you ready for your Star Wars cues from yours truly?
Sure.
All right. Starting with question 1. In The Last Jedi, and before I forget, multiple choice is a thing. Don't forget from the rules, as the disembodied voice has told us. So, as I was saying,
Hands
first
Mike.
question. And yes, hands up, please. Hands up, hands up. In The Last Jedi, episode 8, what was the name of Rose's sister?
I would have to have multiple choice on that.
And I can do that for you. Your multiple choice options are A, Kira, B, Isla, C, Paige, D, Alana.
I've only watched that once or twice. Shows how much I really love Star Wars. I'm gonna say Alana.
And I'm going to say it's incorrect. So I'm going to repeat the question for Matt. Matt, in The Last Jedi, episode 8, what was the name of Rose's sister? And your options are Kira, Isla, Paige, or Alana.
It's Paige and Tom. I appreciate the throwback to the Rise of Ren fan film with the name Alana. Much respect.
There you go. Your question number 2 in the category of Star Wars. What is the name of the little red droid that blows up in the beginning of A New Hope?
Multiple choice.
And your multiple choice options are A, R6D3, B, CD7, C, C4D0, or D, R5D4.
Oh boy, I should have studied up on Star Wars. I gotta be honest. A.
You said R6D3, and that is incorrect. So, Matt, I'm going to say this one more time. I will not repeat them for the love of God. What is the name of the little red droid that blows up in the beginning of A New Hope? A, R6D3, B, CD7, C, C4D0, or D, R5D4.
This R5 unit has a bad motivator. R5D4.
R5D4 is correct for a 1-point steal.
Also pretty handy with a mic. Or no, sorry, with a mic, with a map on The Mandalorian Season 2.
Yes, he is.
There you go.
Check out those reviews on We Have the High Ground on Pop Culture Universe YouTube channel.
Okay, Mike. Mike, your third question in Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Give me, what color was the lightsaber Obi-Wan used to cut Darth Maul in half in The Phantom Menace?
It was blue.
It was not blue. Matt,
It was green. Fuck.
God, yeah, I was just about to say it. I knew it. Are we like? It's me. Are we gonna give me the?
I will get yes. Matt was chomping at the bit to get that. So just a little bit of a score recap. Matt is up 16-6. Going into this last question, Mike. Your last question is in the world of Star Wars, and the movie is In Return of the Jedi. Who recognizes the fact that the Death Star 2 shield is still up as the Rebel fleet approaches?
Lando Calrissian.
I will actually give you Lando Calrissian. That answer is correct. Yes, for 2 points. Mike, getting
Not good.
The shield's still up.
I should have taken animated films.
Either way, the score as we sit is 16-9, which you're not out of this by any means.
It'd be 16-8 because we went in around 2 tied up, and he didn't take any of my questions.
It is indeed 16-8. That is what I have.
apologize. It is 16-8. Thank you, Colin, not Matt. So we will go on to round 3. I need them damn rules.
Round 3 official rules. Lead competitor spins the wheel once to determine a category. Each competitor will wager between 0 to 3 points. Points go up or down by wagered amount based on if the correct answer is given.
Fantastic. So, since Matt won, I mean, we really have no choice.
Yeah.
So, Matt, can you go ahead and spin that wheel for me? No respins. Whatever the category is, we're going to give y'all a question for it. And we will approach this in a second once we get a category. Kevin Smith. Kevin Mother Truckin' Smith, baby.
Mike, this is like round 1, so get ready to write it down.
So,
Private
just so
chat.
we can clarify, yes, I'm going to count to 3. And in the private chat, you have to put in the number of 0 to 3 points and what you would like your point amount to be that you're wagering. So whatever you put in, you have the opportunity to win or lose said points. Producer, if I can get the wheel off the screen, I like to see my competitors. Thank you. So yes, in the private chat, and you all will be writing your questions down. So
Shit.
so please, the 2 of you go in your. Oh, I didn't even need to count. They're already there. Fantastic. All right. So, Colin, there is a specially marked question for this round. So can you go ahead and read that off in the Kevin Smith category, please?
In Mallrats, what is the name of the fortune teller at the Dirt Mall?
Yes. Mallrats. Love statement.
It's not my favorite Kevin Smith movie. I'm a Chasing Amy kind of guy.
I think, have we spoken about this? I think I've heard you say that before.
I love Chasing Amy. It's so much fun. It's about comic book writers, and they fall in love with a gay girl. Like, what's more fun than that? Awkward than that? Like, that's awesome. That's self-discovery. I think we got to bring it down to, is that 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The master seems to be a little frizzled over there.
No, I realized I didn't have it, but I was trying to add the funny bit. I just put Madam.
Okay. We're gonna go ahead and so we'll start with Matt then. So Matt,
I said Madam Rolita. I know that's wrong, and I was about to write third nipple.
Mike, can you please give us your answer as well?
Madam Ursula.
Incorrect on both fronts.
So both of you guys will lose 2 points in the process. The correct answer that we're looking for is Miss Ivana. Ivana.
So now we're looking at a score of 14-6.
Yes.
And
as the answer, speed round, baby. And before we do anything crazy, I'm gonna need those speed round rules just so we all know what's up.
Round 4, official rules. The field of competitors will have up to 10 random questions. Each question is worth 1 point. Incorrect guesses lose a point. Competitors will have 60 seconds to answer all questions. Competitors may pass on any question with no penalty. Once all 10 questions have been asked, any past questions will be re-asked for the original point value. Questions will continue to be asked until all have been met with an answer or the 60-second time period ends.
So for those who didn't understand, we're going to go ahead and explain it to you because it's a lot. That's a lot going on here for round 4. So 60 seconds will be on your timer. And Colin, who will be administering the questions for this round, the timer will begin after Colin gets done asking the first question in full. He will go to the first question. There will be no categories, and he will not tell you if you are wrong or right. You can either A, answer the question in confidence, or B, pass. You have either option. You go through all 10 of your questions, or the 60-second timer ends. At the end of the first 10 questions, if you have any questions you passed on, Colin will go back and reread those to you. And if you want to pass, you can pass. If you want to answer, you want to answer.
Just like Family Feud.
Yeah, exactly. Just like Fast Money. It's fast money.
This is fast money, but we can't legally say that.
Seconds. Exactly. It's quick questions here at the Reely Trivia Showdown. So Matt is currently in the lead, 14-6. He has the option to go first or second. Matt, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna go first.
And Matt's gonna go first. So Mike, there is a link in our private chat for a subset that I will join you. I will join with you in a moment once we get Matt all situated, and we will proceed with round 4. So go to the other party when you get the chance, and okay. Matt will be a minute for questions.
Round number 4, starting with the master. As stated before, 60 seconds. I'll repeat any questions if you have any left. I will not tell you if they're right or wrong. The timer will begin after I finish reading the first question. In The Fast and the Furious, we are introduced to Vin Diesel's character Dom Toretto. Who plays his sister?
Pass.
What Martin Scorsese film stars Nicolas Cage as a paramedic?
Son of a bitch. Pass.
What cult classic film from 1976, directed by John Carpenter, spawned a remake of the same name in 2005?
The Thing.
In the film Coming to America, what item did Eddie Murphy's character Akeem use to disarm Samuel Jackson when he tried to rob the fast food joint? What Stanley Kubrick film centers around a group of men robbing a horse racetrack?
Pass.
What is the name of Indiana Jones' son in the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull?
Mutt Williams.
What is the police division that Tom Cruise's character John Anderson is in the film Minority Report?
Pass. I know that one.
What famous song is covered in the opening sequence of 2011 Sucker Punch?
Sweet
Time.
Dreams of Midities.
All right.
That one. Are we gonna? Is that one good? I know.
You got it. You
got it.
You got it in. You got it in.
Okay.
All right, folks. Back here with the Wizard for his questions in round 4. You got 60 seconds. The timer will start as soon as I'm done reading the first question. In The Fast and the Furious, we are introduced to Vin Diesel's character, Dom Toretto. Who plays his sister?
That is, oh gosh, I know. I'm gonna pass.
What Martin Scorsese film stars Nicolas Cage as a paramedic?
Bringing Out the Dead.
What cult film from 1976, directed by John Carpenter, spawned a remake of the same name in 2005?
Assault on Precinct 13.
In the film Coming to America, what item did Eddie Murphy's character Akeem use to disarm Samuel Jackson when he tried to rob the fast food joint?
Oh, I've seen it so many times, but I'm gonna pass.
What Stanley Kubrick film centers around a group of men robbing a horse racetrack?
Clockwork Orange.
What is the name of Indiana Jones' son in the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull?
Oh, fudge. Pass.
10 seconds left. What is the police division that Tom Cruise's character John Anderson is in the film Minority Report?
Washington, D.C.
What famous song is covered in the opening sequence of 2011 Sucker Punch? And time. Coming back in, folks. We busted through that round 4. We consulted with the judges. Me, Chris, the geniuses. We got together. And we figured out that going into round number 5, we got a tight one. 16-7 going in. Mike scraping out just enough to survive a knockout bid by the master. Chris, what are you feeling, man? You didn't even, this is crazy.
I mean, I didn't get to watch the rounds, which I mean,
please review
now,
this movie without having seen this movie like 80% of the people on the internet.
We've done this damn thing twice, and I haven't seen it twice, and I've been a part of them both times, and I participated once, and that's all I got to do. So I mean, we're going into our 5th round. Yes, Mike, you are down, but you're not out of the game yet. Our round 5 rules will proceed like this.
Round 5 official rules. Competitors will pick 3 numbers that will correspond to 3 random categories between 1 and 20. Each competitor gets 3 questions. Questions are worth 2, 3, and 5 points. No stealing or multiple choice this round.
Matt, you are currently leading, and by law, you must choose your numbers first. So I am going to go ahead and write these numbers down so I don't lose track. Matthew, what are your 3 numbers from 1 to 20, please?
We'll do 1 for my amount of defenses.
1.
4 for the amount of years I've been with my wonderful girlfriend.
4. Shout out to Jenny. What's up?
And 3 for the amount of title matches I've played in.
3. 1, 4, 3. That's I love you. Mike, can you go ahead and give me your 3 numbers, please?
Sure. I'll do 2, 6,
2, 6,
and 9.
and 9. Staying in single digits all around the board. So, Colin, since it's only fair, since you got to do round 4, and I'm really jealous. I'm gonna go ahead and start with Mike with his.
By all means, sir.
So, Mike, the score as we stand is 16-7. You need to answer all three of your questions just to stay in the game to send it back to Matt.
Copy.
So we're going to go ahead and start with your number 2. So you chose category number 2 in round 5, and that's going to be in the category of Christopher Nolan movies. Christopher Nolan. The question is, what year did Christopher Nolan's first feature film release?
It was 1997.
And your winner!
Yes.
And still, your Reely Trivia Showdown champion of the world, it's Matt the Master Thomas. We were looking for 1998. Mike, 1998 was what we were looking for. So, Mike, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and drop you from the chat right now. Don't go anywhere, though. Don't go anywhere. We're going to talk to Matt first. So, Matt, I mean, good shit, man. You're 2 for 2 in retentions.
Cheers, sir.
Thank
That
you, sir.
was a fine performance you just put on.
Thank you. Only got to get 6 right in the first round, right, Colin? 6 right in the first round. You good?
6.5, baby. 6 to 7. Let's do it.
So, Matt, going into round 2, y'all were tied at 6. Like you mentioned, got to get 6 in the first round. Y'all were tied at 6. So it was competitive going in the second round, but that second round made the difference. And when you spun MCU, I mean, I knew you're like, yeah. But when Mike spun Star Wars, is really when the whole tide changed. I think everybody at Who Are They Real Entertainment felt some type of force in their chest, to put it lightly. But what did you think of Mike pulling Star Wars?
So first off, to the MCU, I actually recently did a rewatch of all the movies minus the 2 Spider-Man films and Incredible Hulk, because I was doing a Disney Plus rewatch. So I really felt confident. I accidentally added an R to Sokovia. I tripped up. I'm like, yeah, but whatever. When Mike spun Star Wars, you saw my reaction. Like that was genuine. I knew then, because I've talked with Mike. He'll even tell you he likes them, but he doesn't love them. He doesn't study them like I have, like Tom has, like someone like Colin has, or Boggs. So getting that was I knew that I had a very good chance of taking a commanding lead after that. So
Word. And I mean, your fourth round, I mean, not all of us are lucky enough to see it, but how are you feeling going into that fourth round? Tell the people.
You never know what you're going to get in the fourth round. So to be honest, the reason I went first is because I'm like, I don't need to be sitting here wondering what he got. I'm wondering if I need to catch up. I'm just going to go first. I have this commanding lead. Let's try to build on it. We'll see what happens.
Word. And I mean, now you're 2-0 in title defenses, and you will be going into the Reely Trivia Showdown, name redacted, going into as champion. So I ask you, Matt, I mean, you've seen the landscape of the league. We're growing by the day. Now that you beat the Wizard, you gave him his first loss. What else do you feel like you need to prove? You mentioned the only person you thought would give you a fight was the Wizard, and now I'm curious into your 2 cents.
Well, I'll say this. I know that my opponent is either going to be, the Encourager, or Tommy Bling or Toby, because they still have to play their match. I'd like to play someone I haven't played before. I'd like to play someone I haven't beat twice. So with that in mind, I'm hoping someone like Tom comes out on top, because that first performance, we know that wasn't Tom. You saw how he did his next performance. Did pretty damn well. Can't take that away from him.
Yep.
So I'm excited. Chris, you played well. Or the Encourager played well. Yeah. Mike played well. Mike unfortunately befell getting something that was a strength of mine. This was the first time the wheel in one of these higher pressure matches, it's the first time the wheel went my way on both sides, where my opponent landed on something that knew I could steal from easily, and I landed on something that I was utterly comfortable with. So,
and I mean, it was definitely an impressive performance, not only with what you did in the first 3 rounds. Granted, both of y'all missed the Kevin Smith question, the strength that both of y'all did have going into the round, but it's another feather in your cap, brother. So congratulations for another defense.
Wait. Before we go, there have been talks about another set of belts being added to this league. And I know 2 of the people on this table are going to be trying to compete for those other set of belts. I know that we have the kids at heart. The Ultimate Schmodown Show boys came in already. They're like, even before they played a match, we're a team, get over it. We have those nasty, nasty boys. We're lacking a super team. And I think the Masters of Wizardry would be a great option if Mike would be willing to consider it. I'll leave on that.
Well, maybe before oh, hi, what's up, brother? That's definitely a face I like to see. What's going on? That's Nick Mobach, the underdog, and trust me, brother, we have some things to talk about. But
Talk about
Mike,
putting Johnny on the spot.
yeah, Mike, before we give you the floor and talk to you about the match that just happened, Matt, come on, Mike's a man of class. Clean up your damn room first, and then he can talk to you. So, Mike, let's talk about the match. You came out on the losing end, but I mean, that spin. It's the wheel spin. The wheel spin did you?
Yeah, not my best showing. I was feeling good for the first round, but yeah, second round. I mean, animated films I am familiar with, but it's not. And I know this might be sacrilege, but it's not always my favorite genre of film. So I figured I would spin it. Was really hoping to get either Spielberg or Kevin Smith or something like that. So in Star Wars, as Matt said, it's like I admire the films. I think they're obviously revolutionary, especially the original trilogy. But it's just something that I really enjoy. But I don't really I don't watch them that closely where I know every character's name. I don't know every person who's ever lived on Dagobah or whatever. It's
just Yoda. It's just Yoda.
Yeah. Okay. It's just not. I mean, if it was a Scorsese thing, I would be like, okay, I know all the little side characters of that, but yeah, it's it is what it is, and and there was a couple things that I like as soon as that one round was over, I knew Jordana Brewster, from Fast and the Furious, and there was a couple other things that I was like, damn it. And I should have known that Mallrats thing because there was a time period when I was, I know I'm a few years older than you guys, but when I was in middle school, I rented that movie all the time. And and of course,
That's
being
me missing a dazed and confused question. It just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
And if it did, I'm gonna go full Paul Bettany and Da Vinci Code on myself.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean that, but it's all good. This is fun for me, and this is as a I think of a lot of it like wrestling. I just have to go back on the mid card for a little bit, work my way up.
Nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong.
Back up to the
come over here. I'm in the losers division right now. I just took an L. You come on down. We have a good old time down here in the losers bed. We have a good old time. The questions aren't as hard. There's only 3 rounds. It's not as evil. You come on back and play and work your way on back up.
Absolutely. But no, I've had a blast doing these, and I look forward to more. So
it seems like Matt wants more, and what seems to be like you two might pair up well. If you're talking about Scorsese, you're talking about Kubrick, these films, that you love. It seems like it might be a great pairing over here with the master himself.
I would be honored to team up with the master. however that rolls, like however the league rolls. I don't know if it has to be a committee that decides that or whatever, but
The geniuses will convene and get back to you at a later date.
But no, it's no regrets. But yeah, obviously not my best showing, and so hats off to Matt there.
And I mean, and we'll see, because like you mentioned, we'll see how that committee pans out. I think there's a committee. I don't know if there is. I'm not a part of it. So I'm so glad you're not too discouraged by the loss, Mike, because there are a lot of people in this league, and I guarantee, like you've seen, at least
I would
I
really
think you've
like
seen
to
some
not
matches.
play Mike. I just want to let that be known. I would really like to not play Mike because I could tell I would not fare well because of answers he got right and answers that I did not get right.
Well, if you roll Star Wars, then you probably win.
That's
And
and
Mike,
only one category.
and Mike, before I let you go, I mean, like I mentioned, you've seen your fair share of the league so far.
Yeah.
And you've faced demons and former ragers and all the like. But is there anyone that has escaped your? It's not in your sights or hasn't been in your sights, but now that you have some free time, is there anyone that you're looking at and you want to play going forward?
I mean, I would, certainly, I think Tom would be a good opponent. So, however those cards, however the bracketing goes, I think that would be a good friendly battle. But yeah, I mean, I'm open to anything really.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much, Mike. I really appreciate the time. Bringing back the master, Matt Thomas. Well, a great game, guys, all around. Like some people may have not have gotten the wheel spins that they would have liked, but it was still a well-played game all around the board. But thank you so much to everyone watching this. Really appreciate the time. Colin, it was a pleasure, my man. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks for having
really
me.
Appreciate it. Let's do more of these. I think we should because let's be real. I know I'm probably not too well received in the Ultimate Schmodown Show household because of my match with Boggs. No hard feelings, Boggs. Miss you and I love you.
I'm not even supposed to be here. Boggs didn't even want me to come.
And I mean, and that's fun. I appreciate you coming out.
He was like, "You're gonna hang out with Chris, that guy,
yeah,
Want to beat me?
the guy that embarrassed me."
No, don't say that. No, I mean he said it, not me. But thank you so much, everyone. Subscribe to the channel.
Redacted.
Follow all the social medias. It's been a blast. For the Wizard Mike Wentz, for the Master, the Champion Matt Thomas, and for the self-proclaimed Mouth of the South, Colin Morris, I am the personality, Chris Anthony Lopez, and we'll see you guys later for more Showdown.